Hey guys, welcome back to Thankfully Packed. My name is Chris, and today I'm finally getting my butt outside and checking out the big box shops in my area just to see what they have, kind of just take in any new selections, and possibly come home with a few things. Now, technically, I filmed this a couple of days ago. I forgot to film the intro, so here I am, Chris from the future, so I can confidently tell you, that one store was kind of a flop, but the second one kind of came through, so you'll get to see what I came home with at the end. Enjoy! Okay, up first, Lowe's, because it was literally around the corner from me at the time. So here we are. Okay, kicking things off with the outdoor garden center. I always walk through here first just because I like, to be among the flowers and just I like to look around. It makes me feel like I'm in somebody's like secret garden or something. Anyway, I love this. Okay, one thing about me is that if there is a clearance section, I'm heading there first, almost always. And I love that Lowe's puts their plants on clearance. And I went here first because sometimes they mix the outdoor clearance with the indoor clearance. So sometimes you can find some houseplants on these shelves. Like, case in point, that little sad croton right there. Not my thing, but it's there. Around the corner, I also spotted some calatheas, definitely the indoor plant kind because they have the live trends, whatever it is. They have that tag, and I know that's the indoor plant section. By the way, I think I finally cracked the code on how to get calatheas to not crisp up and die, at least in my household. So I'm thinking I'm going to take a chance on another one, but I'm definitely not going to choose them from clearance when they're already crispy. I need to set myself up for some type of success. A little bit further down, there's also a second clearance section, and I believe this is actually meant to be the indoor plants clearance section. Mostly what I saw here was succulents though. And you know what? I think I'm becoming a little bit more of a succulent girly. I really like those little Shrek ears there. I almost grabbed those. All of these arrangements were on sale. I think if it's over 20 bucks, it's half off. I can't quite remember, but yeah, I almost got that little box arrangement right there. Not really into cacti right now, or at all really, but I can appreciate some of these. So if you're into cacti, if you have any recommendations, let me know. All right, guys, what is the verdict on lithops or stone plants? Does anyone like these? Like, what do you guys do with these? I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. They're a little weird, but I like weird. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'm not sure where, but somewhere along the lines, the clearance stops and then the succulents are full price because you can see that there is no strike through the barcode. And I really don't know why they did that. They should have been a lot more clear about what's clearance and what's not. But anyway, I moved on. Walked inside and I saw these little air plant holders. They are so freaking cute. They have one for every season, every holiday, and I always look at them. Am I gonna get any? Probably never, but I love to look at them. Plus, I'm really into my spooky season stuff right now, so. Spotted a few ficus shiverianas. They were kind of just sprinkled all over the place, to be honest. Bird's nest fern, a Birkin down there too. Also, look how cool these terrariums are. I don't know what it is about them, but they've been catching my eye lately, and I love a good DIY, so I think I can make these myself because honestly, these are way overpriced. 30, 40, even like $50 on some of these. And the plants inside are not that expensive, so I truly think it's about the glassware, which I'm confident I can thrift something super cool and make my own. So stay tuned if you care to see a terrarium building video. Saw a few more of the same plants. There really wasn't too much here as far as variety, so that was kind of a bummer, but still nice to look at. I did consider this little fiddle leaf fig. I think it's the Bambino variety where the leaves just kind of stay small. It's super cute, and I'm doing really well with my regular one. And then I picked up this fern and I was like, let me not do it to myself. So other than that, a lot of shelves were kind of empty and I was super disappointed, to be honest. I actually just went shopping in the first place to kind of just window shop, walk around, be amongst the plants, you know, get like a little dopamine hit. But there were so many empty shelves. I was like, I don't know if this is just a fluke. So I posted a short clip of these empty shelves that I'm showing right now the other day on socials, and a ton of people, like across the board on the different platforms, they were like, yeah, ours looks just like that right now. So I don't know. I guess maybe it wasn't a fluke. I thought at first maybe I caught them on like a restocking day, but yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, are you guys also experiencing this? Are your Lowe's garden centers blessed, or are they kind of looking dire like mine's are right now? I don't know. But I came for the plants and apparently left with sadness because it actually brought my mood down so much that there was nothing on these shelves. It had like the opposite intended effect of me kind of walking in there. So I ended up getting out of here pretty soon after this because it just the mood wasn't right. And if you window shop or just in general look at plants for the vibes, you know that this is not it. So you know what I'm talking about. Some more cutie little succulents and some propagation jars. Love those. And then check this out. I found this plant at the bottom, just kind of tucked in and hiding. I think it's a ruby ficus. The plant tag was of zero help, but I did a Google image search and that's what it said it could be. So I'm not entirely sure though, because the ones online looked really pink. This one had a lot more subtle variegation. It does have some like sectoral variegation, as you can see, and some splashing, but it's not like in your face as much as the ones on Google search images are. But anyway, I feel like I should have grabbed this plant. I don't know what I was checking so much. Like, look at this leaf. Look at that pretty half moon. Imagine all these leaves nice and glossy. Ugh, I regret leaving it. Okay, moving on because Lowe's was kind of a bummer, so I went to Home Depot next. And I am happy to report I did not leave empty-handed from this Home Depot. I did grab a couple of things, so you'll see that towards the end, or you can just skip if you want to, but yes. So, started through the outdoor garden center once again. It just puts me in like a bright mood. So, right off the bat, a bunch of crotons, very colorful, just really like not my thing. I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get one, but anyways. Look at all these pretty flowers. I was still surprised to see so many because I know like the seasons are closing, but I guess these are perennials, so. Some of these definitely look like weeds that I have in my yard already, but I'm not gonna judge. Okay, so this is not a plant exactly, but it is planty, so I'm including it in the video. I grabbed some terracotta pots and some matching saucers for a DIY I have in mind. Did I mention I like DIYs? I think I did. Anyways, I've been thrifting these and I grabbed as many as I could find at the thrift stores, but I needed a couple more in case I liked what I was doing and wanted to make more, or in case I messed up. I wanted some backups, so grabbed a few of these. Honestly, pretty affordable as well. And here are the Majesty palms. They look so awesome, so tropical, 40 bucks. I wish I could keep these in my house, but I already know they would not survive. Even more crotons. This place was full of them. And then I saw these really nice philodendrons, maybe the Congos, red Congos, not sure. It didn't really have a label. It just said philodendron and medium light houseplant, as you can see. Some more fiddle leaf figs, super cute. I did consider getting one of these monsteras, but they looked a little sad. I'm not sure. I do need a big leaf monstera like this in my collection, but I have not come across a good one yet, at least not in person. Some bromeliads. Again, not a plant that I personally own, but I always like to look at them. I do enjoy the flowers. This section over here, I always feel like it's overpriced with these little water propagations. I think that the plants are not worth it, but again, I really think it's about the glassware, and I'm not gonna lie, those globes did look kind of cool. Yet again, I found myself gravitating towards the Shiverianas. I really should just get another one at this point. I love the one that I have, but I want more because I want to spread them around my house. How gorgeous are these? Same price, I think, as the ones at Lowe's too. Some more $16 plants. I think this is a Baltic blue, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice. I own this one already. Those fenestrate really quickly, by the way. Some good old golden pothos. Can't go wrong there. A classic. Okay, moment of temptation. I came across some Scindapsus exotica, which are actually on my wish list because my silvery ants are thriving right now, and I did heavily consider these. I even grabbed a few just to compare, but in the end, I decided to leave them behind. Was it self-control? Was it me trying to save my wallet? I don't know, you decide, but I am kicking myself a little bit right now watching this footage because they look so cool and they've been on my wish list for a while, but hopefully they'll still be there and I can get them another time. Okay, and to make up for the fact that Home Depot refuses to do a clearance section on plants, I do appreciate their little starter section for about $6 each. I think it's a 4-inch pot maybe, and there's such a variety here. Some little tiny starter plants that I think that anybody can find something, and even grab a couple if you want a bigger, bushier plant. Alrighty, time for the $20 hanging baskets. I do love looking at this section. Saw some marantas, I believe some blue star ferns. I think those are some English ivy. Not bad at all. And then I came across this super funky cool plant. I don't know if it's a fern or a curly lipstick plant or what, but it also looked like it wouldn't last 10 seconds in my house humidity. So I left it there and appreciated it for what it was. A nice little basket of syngoniums. Again, everything is $20, not bad at all. And then I saw this basket of, I want to say Rex begonia. They looked really sad, but then I looked down and I found a few stems which I picked up because you never know, if you ask, they will give you these things that they're gonna just sweep away and throw in the trash. So I did pick it up and walked around with it until I left. You guys, look at these string of things. Oh my goodness, I did a double take because look how full these are. So this is actually a string of bananas, which is apparently like the easier cousin to the string of dolphins, which I completely killed. So I saw these and I was like, you know what? It's time for me to redeem myself. I'm not ready for the string of dolphins again, but these bananas have to come home with me. And then, you guys, look at this price. Literally $13. Are you kidding? Absolutely coming home with me. So I started shopping around, like comparing, as you do. You can't just pick up the first plant and run with it. You have to see which is the best specimen. Briefly considered the string of tears, but truthfully, the bananas had it today. I had to get one. I do love these mix of succulents in the same pot. I think those are so cute. There's some aloe, some horribly painted haworthias, I believe, and some more cacti. So before I left, I wanted to check out the terrarium prices here at Home Depot, and still overpriced because why is this $80? Absolutely not. It has to be about the glass. Anyways, I ended up leaving with a string of bananas, the terracotta pots and saucers, and I did get those free stems. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it this far and you liked the video, definitely give it a like and a sub if you're not already subscribed. I post weekly here on YouTube, all kinds of planty things, so if that's your vibe, definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. Say hi! Also, comment below if you've been doing any big box shopping yourself or just checking out the garden centers. Are your stores stocked up or not? Because honestly, I'm still kind of bummed about that Lowe's trip. But anyways, let me know below. I'd love to chat with you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!